the Don. He's gonna make you, I was gonna make the obvious joke.
I can see how a man like that could rise to the top of the union.
I thought you were going to talk about The Godfather for a bit.
That's where I was going.
That
Well,
is
too easy, too easy.
I didn't think he'd give us a chance.
I'm sorry, The Godfather has been on my mind because it's been on TV at my work for like 2 weeks now.
Which one?
Yes.
You in his fan club or something?
So the first two, the only two that matter. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, this.
Why am I? Oh right, I forgot. The Don kicked my ass. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You dumb shit.
Hang on, I gotta slap these honkers around.
Also, this is like the third.
That's not suggestive at all.
Also, this is like the third part in a row where.
Wow, check out them honkers.
This is like the third part in a row where you immediately start the part getting back attacked. What the hell, man?
Yeah, it's not like it matters much.
I never thought Raven sucked at fighting. Who knew?
Damn.
Not that it matters. Yuri barely clinging to life.
It's like, hey, to be fair, the Don kicked my ass 5 ways from Sunday.
Hey, Don Whitehorse. I didn't hear no bell.
I'm just. Wait, I didn't hear his joke.
It's like, hey, Don. I didn't hear no bell.
You fucking took my joke, asshole.
I don't remember you using that joke, so I apologize if I used it.
Oh, to be fair, that's just an amazing joke from, like, Rocky 5.
Yeah, it is.
No, that was from South Park.
And they got it from Rocky 5.
Yes,
I know.
They did. The joke of a joke.
Yeah. Well, it's more like, I would say it's more like a meme of that scene from Rocky 5. It's like where you can apply that to anything. It's just like, you just getting screwed over by life in one way or another. I didn't hear no bell.
It's like, I got this bitch, Yuri. Hang on a second, I gotta deal with him.
Also, I think we mentioned this before. Actually, you know what? I am almost positive we did, so I'm not even going to bother. I was going to reference something that we already referenced, so no point.
It's like, I got this bitch, and then the bitch behind him.
I'm surrounded by bitches.
Hey Flynn, how is that?
Not
how
the
is
good
your
kind
end going?
either.
Other guilds have begun to follow Barbos's example, abusing Blastia in other areas.
I like that, like Logic saying, I'm surrounded by bitches, and I'm like, and not the good kind either.
Barbos? He's been testing the limits of my patience lately.
You can tell Whitehorse has been in a lot of fights. I mean, look at him. Look at all those slashes on him.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure those aren't. Okay, I was gonna say, wait.
On his chest, not his face.
I thought you were talking about his tattoo. I was gonna be like, those aren't slashes.
No, yeah, but like,
no, he definitely has scars on his chest.
and another analogy to Whitebeard from One Piece. Whitebeard pretty much has similar body standing, I guess you can call it.
It wouldn't surprise me if they
wouldn't be the first time Namco borrowed anime trope.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Or
yeah,
or straight up referenced in anime specifically.
Yeah, I think we brought it up when we first saw the Dawn too. Like, I brought up that like he's so similar to Whitebeard, and then we brought that up too.
I mean, Asbel gets a Code Geass. He literally gets a Lelouch costume.
Yep.
So it's not the first time they've referenced anime.
I just say, I just thought of something stupid.
What now?
Nothing.
Oh.
You read that aloud, dude?
Yoder was here. The Dawn was a loser.
Alright guys, give me about 30 minutes, I'll be back.
I just imagined the Dawn standing up, he gets a revolver, it's like, I guess tonight's the night bitches die.
I like Estelle just smiling throughout the entire thing. It's like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
I cannot comprehend the political implications.
Flynn, this is why you read your letter before you hand it to somebody.
Flynn! Why
Hang on. If we screw up,
He's still smiling.
That's just the angling of the whole thing, but it really does look like she's smiling.
It feels like she's in on it.
Oh god, that face. Every once in a while, you get a every once in a while you get a freeze frame that reminds you that this game was on the 360
We're just like where it's just their jaws are open and it looks like they just suddenly got a case of lockjaw.
Yeah.
That was very evident with the Dawn in that earlier.
And
Yeah.
It looks like he's forgotten all about
I mean, at
talking
least
to us.
it's not like Symphonia, where sometimes it looks like you can't even see the mouths moving when they're talking.
To the Empire.
That is kind of the case even with like the later ports where it's just the lips are not flapping. In fact,
No, they.
I'm
They
pretty
are
sure it's
just-
just, I'm pretty sure it's just a, I'm pretty sure it's just a dubbing thing.
Yeah.
it might just also be something in the game pseudo glitching out because sometimes they'll flap. Other times they won't.
It is harder to dub over 3D models than 2D drawings. So
But you heard the letter.
I think you're both kind of right.
Here's the funny thing: Symphonia's mouths were 2D textures.
Yeah.
I love how Symphonia's big gimmick, like first mainline 3D Tales game, and the only thing 3D about it are the models.
The models in the arena, but you still move 2D in the arena.
even half the enemies barely move in more than two directions. I mean, it is possible for them to run in diagonals. It's bullshit when it happens, but it actually doesn't happen nearly as frequently as I remember
It
it.
just reminds me of how they sponsored the Simpsons movie, like the Simpsons movie in 2D.
I love the beginning of that movie. I can't believe we're paying to see something we can get on TV for free.
Everyone here's a sucker, including
Especially
you.
you!
Points to the fucking screen. I love that.
Maybe it fell out of my pocket at the Don's place. I'm gonna go look.
Oh darn, my wallet.
Okay.
Whoops.
Don't take too long.
Secret.
Alrighty, now
I lost my train of thought. God damn it.
Also, I forgot how often you do just split up with everyone in this game.
At least it's for a moment.
Yeah.
True. I was
You
gonna
don't
say, it's not like-
you don't actually fight with anybody during these sometimes.
If you somehow find your way to a fight, it's like, why? Why are you
I
trying to
think-
fight 1 on 5 or 6?
I think there's only like 2 times in the entire game where Yuri is forced to fight by himself, and those are both story points where you should be more than strong enough to deal with it.
I guess you heard me.
So,
Like we had that part earlier. Like I think the only hard one is the one we already did, where you get ambushed by the Red Eyes and like Yuri versus like 6 guys at once.
It was like 3 guys, but it's just like that is like ever since the castle, the only time where you're actually fighting more than one enemy and by yourself.
Was it one of your people?
Unless you count Adakor and Bakos.
But that was just my freaking me overdoing
No,
it with healing.
I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying that makes it hard. I'm just saying those are the only other fights where it's just.
At the harbor, we saw
Yeah.
a go giving orders to one of their assassins.
I hadn't heard about that.
Do you know what they're trying to do?
I hadn't heard about that. No shit, I'm just
Most
telling you.
likely they want to force a clash between the guilds and the knights.
Hey Flynn, you know I could just break you out, right? Like, yeah, but I'm not you, so I'll serve my time. Fine, suit yourself.
To put them in a
See you in
fighting
3 years.
If you know that much, get out there and get the real letters back.
I just also like that, like even with, like
I was wondering how long it'd take you to get rid of that damn lock.
Yeah.
Stay here.
Like, Flynn at this point is fully aware he was set up, and obviously he wants... But, like, they're kind of doing, like, a little ploy of sorts, because, like, whoever's setting this up is watching from the shadows. So they're trying to lure him out by getting the war closer and closer, you know?
Yeah. This is also. I think this is also the start of Flynn realizing, oh shit, Yuri, you probably have a point, and we really should kind of work together the way you do things. At least for now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Special favor to ask that rookie knight.
You mean Flynn?
The rats that plan these sort of stunts usually like to enjoy their handiwork from somewhere nearby.
You know I was watching you the entire time, right? Yep.
Yep.
Like that.
And you didn't stop me because, oh, fuck it, that's why.
And even though Don knew that it was full of that letter was full of shit, but he's going along with it as long as they could catch their guy in the end.
I like when it's like no, we'll dupe you. You duped us, we'll dupe you back.
Your life is mine.
This scene, actually, it's more like this scene is just both Flynn and Whitehorse being like, no, you fucked up. And we're gonna keep telling you fucked up until you realize you fucked up. Think before you act next time, dumbass. Like, if you had just told me what was going on, I wouldn't have had to pretend like your friend was trying to assassinate us.
You happy with just putting up with all the things you didn't like?
Well, I...
Were you
Good
just
point.
happy with putting up the things you didn't like?
Two choices. You can do like your friend is and put everything you've
He's like, well, if I didn't like it, then I could just slap around a couple of nights.
You can turn your back on the Empire.
I mean, what's up? I mean, what are the dynamic duo gonna do?
Yeah,
What are they gonna do? Arrest me?
you're gonna have to take responsibility.
Moments before being arrested.
The guy moments before getting shot. What do you do? Shoot me?
The show's gotta be somewhere in the city.
What are you gonna do? Go call Schwan? You don't talk about our captain that way. Why? He's never around.
You want me to find him?
I mean,
So-
yeah, but that's not the point.
Dead back
Oh, hey, Raven. Hey.
How you go about it is that young lady you brought with you is running all over the place helping with the injured folks. You're not
It's
the
funny.
type to be the only one
You
sitting
talk
around
you,
twiddling his
on the subject of Raven. Like, they already kind of established that Raven's doing some shady crap. So, like, yeah, you're suspicious of him. It's funny that they actually kind of already have that running gag going that they have eventually in Zillia, where it's like, hey, Alvin's doing something. Gee, I wonder if Alvin's gonna betray you every 2 hours in that game.
See, with
And I
Alvin,
was like, no.
Oh, go for it.
It's like, and Alvin's like, I'm really just sick of this shit. Here, let me just do it anyway, so you just shut up.
Like, Alvin is basically just Raven if he was just an asshole every 10 seconds.
No, Alvin is just like the usual Tails party member that betrays you, only taken to its logical conclusion, where it's just like, we know you're going to betray us. You're going to keep betraying us, and we're going to expect it.
Except for the fact that he technically never does. That's the whole joke. It's like you always think he's fucking with you, and that he's gonna screw you over, and whenever he actually does, he immediately backpedals and saves your ass. The only time in Zillia 1 where he actually goes out of his way to fuck you over is when Mila dies, and he's just like, dude, look what you fucking did! This is why I kept fucking with you!
Jesus.
Dumbass!
Yeah, I noticed.
I like that previous shot where it had Raven in there. It looks like Raven's wearing that badge that says, I really don't want to be here right now.
That's just Raven in general. Like, despite him being...
That's just what it looks like. It's just Raven really uncomfortable in that position, in that specific scene.
I
Well,
really
that's what
don't want
happens
to. I
when you're the
really wish
highest-
I weren't going to war right now.
Well, that's what happens when you're the highest ranked knight in the kingdom, and you just basically do whatever the hell the higher ups tell you to do because they pay you.
Suggesting
For a long time.
suggesting that Raven's actually following orders.
Yuri, did you get Flynn out of prison?
Depends
by
on
taking
who he's
place
getting
together?
orders from.
No, it's nothing like that. Flynn would have been
He gets
released
orders
even
from
if I
like
hadn't
6
gotten
different
involved.
people at the same time in this game.
The Dawn planned all along to capture Flynn and use him to find out who's behind this whole mess.
So both the Dawn and Flynn.
And
know
he's
that
one of the
someone
6
else
people
may
giving
have
orders,
things.
by the way.
Why do I keep letting myself get caught up in this stuff? Now the Dawn
because
is
you're
making me do
because
the
you're
dirty
gullible
work.
as fuck.
What a pain.
Nah, he just can't leave well enough alone.
No,
Yeah,
Flynn,
Yuri's
Flint's like, Yuri, leave me alone for 10 seconds.
Rita. Yes.
I want to eat.
like, Yuri, leave me alone. Yuri, leave me alone. The last time I left you alone, you got arrested.
What should we do?
last time I left you alone, I got arrested. And
That was 5 minutes ago.
and
And
I still didn't get McDonald's.
But the Don asked me to make sure you youngsters don't screw things up. Why don't you guys come with me to a tavern and hear what I got to say?
free drinks? Fuck yeah.
The time to
I didn't
Yeah,
say
right.
free.
Oh, come on.
Let's go drink. Let's go drink while we're going to war.
Well, you have
Your
But only
treat.
two of But only 2 of us are illegal drinking.
Your treat. Fuck you.
You're a lady of patience, old man.
Raven could probably afford it.
I get it.
No, that's Raven saying, your
Oh,
treat.
right. Well, yeah.
All right, fine. We'll trade in your hair. We'll trade in your hairpiece for cash.
Not my hairpiece.
It sucks.
You know that
What?
line from Raven reminds me of that one section of Tales of the Abyss where like Jade just forced Guy to explain shit 2 times in a row.
Yes.
By the
like when
way,
you're-
this is an entirely new section added to the PS3/Definitive Edition.
Yeah. I think
Oh, is this the box
Yeah, I was
pushing
getting ready to
puzzle?
say. I was getting ready to say. I'm pretty sure this is new.
Yeah, this is entirely new because in the original 360 version, you just went straight to Barbos.
We're coming through.
Refresh my memory.
Raven-
Could you still do the waiter minigame in the 360 version, or did they add that to the?
I honestly don't remember even finding the waitress minigame in the 360 version. I thought that was a PS3 exclusive.
It might be. That's why I was asking. You remember the 360 version better than I do.
And
Raven,
even then,
your
I
hair-
haven't touched it in like
I can't let Flynn hog
8
all the glory.
years at most. When did we do that freaking Labyrinth of Memories commentary?
Easy.
No.
No, let's not do that again. We're already gonna have to do that later in this playthrough. Let's not think about it again.
No, I'm just saying, when did we do that? Because that was the last time I ever touched the 360 version.
There are sewer tunnels that sprawl in a labyrinth
God.
I know, I'd have-
this town.
Raven,
to
your
look at-
hairpiece looks like it could be used as an actual projectile.
Looks like one of those freaking metal scrubbers for kitchens.
He
It does.
takes it off its hairbrush.
Use them to sneak right up
Ironic.
behind those guys.
Fuck.
Sneak in and catch them, huh? It's a bit of a detour, but it's the best chance we got.
I borrowed this hairpiece from a ninja. I forgot her name. I made it big.
Started with an
Well,
S.
since
I
we're
wasn't
talking
really
about-
paying attention. I was checking out Iraq though.
Sooner or later, it's gonna grow so big it won't even fit on my head anymore. It'll just become my
I
head.
was totally planning on skipping town.
On the subject of accessories and stuff, did you actually get all the free DLC stuff that came with this version?
I mean, that's kind of par for the course. Like, you do have to actively download it, but it is there. There's nothing barring.
I mean, did you activate, like, do you have the costumes for this playthrough, and you're just not using them, or did you just not get them in this playthrough?
I have them, and I do activate them, but I just really don't feel the need to use them.
Let's ask the actual question. Did you turn Raven into Heihachi?
And light up this place.
No.
Are you trying to use me as
Lame.
your personal
You could also turn him into Van from Abyss.
Rita,
Heihachi's better.
something you can
Hang
do?
on, real quick. I actually got someone's calling me out real quick. You guys continue on.
Used for combat.
Er,
Insert intermission music from Monty Python.
Need to be supplied, like Lux Blastia.
Huh. Really?
You weren't
You just
counting
made that
on me,
up.
were you, old man?
well, air apparently runs everything in this game, like mana.
Is this a Blastia? It's
She
seriously
looks at a
right.
butterfly.
I think we can use it.
Shit.
See? Butterfly. Is this Blastia? Looks like a microphone.
Isn't that thing gonna explode?
God damn it.
If you look at it close enough, it looks like a microphone.
It kinda does.
Lux Blastia. It
One of those
uses that
square
device to
microphones,
charge
not the
air
rounded
to
one.
light up.
Yeah, that square
I
one.
knew you could do it, Rita.
I knew you could do it, Rita. Please stop being a suck up, for God's sake.
Last too long.
And also, Rita, you should
Let's
probably
keep moving while
take
we
a
still
few
got light.
more steps to the right away from that, because that thing looks poisonous as fuck.
Nah, that's what powers the Lux Blastia. They're basically a flashlight.
What's up, Pupper? You need something?
And there goes the dog,
And Raven.
Thanks for
because he's
worrying.
going after the dog.
But I'll be
Pupper.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
I hope we don't have to stay too long. It may be
Repeat ran off.
At least the bustle is gone.
Estelle, it may be dank. Just put sunglasses on her. Done.
The dankest
This
of
one-
the dank.
And here's another instance, like, I don't really point it out here, but it does get worse later on, but just the newly voiced skits, they're pretty fucking quiet.
Yes, well,
Yes, they are.
Yeah, the audio mixing for this is weird for some reason.
Audio mixing, period, is weird in these games.
Yeah, in every
Yeah.
Tales games, but it's just like, good
Yeah.
God, it's just like, compared
Bamco
to
for
how
some-
the original voice acting was, like compared to how the original voice acting is,
Monsters!
like when it comes to cutscenes like this, the audio level is okay. It's fine. It's just for whatever reason the comparison between the old skits and the new. Oh my god.
It's like for some reason they went. It's like they purposely went in to the new sound files and lowered the volume to 50%,
Yeah,
just
that's
for
what it
those
seems
lines specifically.
Fish.
I don't know why.
like. Yeesh.
Big fish.
Speaking of stuff that Bamco uses a lot, they sure do love these enemies with the sharks with the anchor swords.
Yes, they do, because they're in rays as well.
They're in.
They're in-
every
There's
tip.
multiple color. There's multiple colors of them actually.
They've been in every game since Abyss, I think.
They also use the tadpole one as well.
Yeah.
Well, the Paul Wiggles have been for sure since Abyss. They're like the closest thing to a running gag enemy in the franchise now.
Nah, it's become the enemy mascot.
Well, that's what I meant.
Because every single crossover event in Tales of the Rays has those enemies by default, and usually they're in different costumes,
There's no way any monsters
either
can
dressed as a
outrun
pumpkin or they're dressed up as band players.
There are monsters like
All right then.
There are indeed.
And sometimes they're dressed up as an orchestra.
Ocean floor.
Sometimes you'll see someone in a tux.
Avoid it. Oh, right. So that's why they didn't attack
Interesting.
when it was bright.
It's dumb.
There's another one
It's a funny kind of dumb.
I know.
To be correct myself. Oh no, it's leaking air. We're gonna suffocate. No, we're not.
How interesting.
I
So we
mean,
just need to be
they have
careful.
established that air is poisonous to humans. I'm
Juice.
pretty sure.
I like that tone from Raven. It's like, oh, how interesting. Just it sounds bored out of his mind. And there goes the air, because this place sucks. Got back attack 3 times in a row.
Jesus Christ, that's a large back attack. Holy shit.
Get back attack, bitch. By red-eyed bats, no less.
And those bats are fucking huge. What the hell?
Get this Terminator down there. I ain't touching that shit.
Someone call a fucking Belmont, for God's sake.
Belmont sees that. Let's just whip it good.
Richter comes out of nowhere, beats the shit out of them in 2 seconds.
Get on my level, bitches.
Damn right.
Suicide's off the falls in the water. It just immediately dies. Let's see what else is down here. More
Oh, man, I
bats! Fun!
Man, I didn't know we were doing a Zelda dungeon. What the hell?
More lizard people!
And bats.
Yeah, but as long as you're in the dark, the enemies will actually be attracted to you. If you have the air, it actually acts as a repellent.
Yeah.
I remember this from when I played through it.
Also, be careful not to overuse your Sorcerer's Ring, because that usually alerts enemies if they're nearby.
Actually, not here.
Wait, what happened?
Yes.
I was gonna say, doesn't using the Sorcerer's Ring nearby enemies alert them to your position?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought like if you shot it and it didn't hit anything, it like made them hear you or something.
No,
No,
that's
no.
never been a thing.
Nope, never has been.
I thought
and
that was
as
a
far
thing,
as
so-
Nope, never has been.
What Tales game are you playing? Final Fantasy? No.
As far as I'm aware, that's
I mean,
never been a thing with the
I was
Sorcerer's
just
Ring.
fair enough.
I
mean,
said-
you-
I
it is
like
possible-
it'd
well-
be like-
Well,
it'd be like-
I'm probably thinking of like if you shoot them, sometimes it doesn't stun them and it just pisses them off, and then they
See, that
run
makes
straight
sense.
at you.
at least because that's been demonstrated. But just shooting it in general doesn't do anything.
Yeah, if you miss and it zooms past them, they're not any more aware of your presence than they were before.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I was saying,
no.
Yeah, I was saying before that when you're in darkness, the enemies are attracted to you more.
Yeah, it's
But
like
when you
as
have-
long,
but when you
as
have
long as
the
you
air-
as long as you
Launch-
have like the light strong enough, they won't even bother trying to shoot.
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
like a repellent.
It's like having a holy bottle, but once it starts getting dim, then it's just like, oh, hello there.
There's something carved here. Words?
I was actually wondering because since those fish enemies were coming up at certain intervals on the in the dungeon, I thought it was similar to the sewer dungeon in Chrono Trigger, where if you interact with certain things on the map, it causes random battles to occur. Kind of thing.
Just if
I
you,
was gonna
if
say.
they do spawn up if you pass by certain spots, but only if the light is dim or off.
Okay.
I was gonna say it's like repels effects wore off. Fuck.
I mean, it
Fuck,
lasts
now
about
every-
as long as a repel in Pokemon.
Yeah.
A
as soon
basic
as-
ass repel.
And as soon as it wears off, you get 7 battles in a row.
Yeah.
Damn you, Zubat.
Which is why I'm glad in later games they're just all like, oh, repel wore off. You want to use another? Yes.
Isn't that the Union?
Also, the fact that if it stays like ours sees, we're actually going to see encounters on the map instead of it being randomized. Thank fuck.
I mean, they already did that. They already did that.
So we have to
Yeah, I was gonna say they already did that,
in order to do
No,
that,
that's
we
what I
need to
mean,
join
like,
forces and put
if
our
it
lives on the
stays
line
this
for
way-
one another.
which is probably more than likely is.
And as
I don't
long
see
as
why
they
they
actually
wouldn't.
do some freaking polish to the games, then please, for the love of God, do it. Don't throw it out the way you did Scarlet and Violet on day
Seriously.
one.
Yeah, and also don't pull a Capcom and go like, hey, we're going to give you either one thing, and if it doesn't work, we're just never going to do it again. I'm still pissed off about that, by the way.
Like, what else was it? Like,
These sewer tunnels must have really come in handy back
like,
then.
as much as I like to shit on how technologically broken Scarlet and Violet is, I still enjoyed it. I had fun with it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
No,
wrong with
it's
critiquing
just-
something that's actually wrong with it.
They have a
Yeah,
good
the only-
foundation there, but good God, the technical aspect of Scarlet and Violet is fucking abysmal.
I've seen IGN try to make it like a Switch benchmark, and I'm like, no.
Good God, no. You want
Not
to
even
switch
close.
benchmark?
Games
Look at
released-
Xenoblade Definitive.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
say, like, we had games that came out the same month as Scarlet and Violet that ran better than Scarlet and Violet on Switch.
Yeah, and for some reason, a lot of news articles try to push it as a Switch benchmark.
Because everyone wants to think that Nintendo sucks at everything now.
No, it's Game
Because they
Freaks.
start-
Game Freaks
because they were-
specifically.
No, no, IGN just hates Nintendo specifically, because they always want to jump on any excuse to say, look, Nintendo fucked up again, even though this is a one instance out of the 75 other things that went well, but we're going to focus on this one thing that went bad.
Now that the torch has been passed to Kotaku.
Ugh.
I mean, Kotaku's barely clinging to life as it is. That
They've been blacklisted by like 4 other companies at this point. Are you even surprised?
I'm like, where do I go? So many options.
I
so
was
many things.
just about to ask, did this actually give you a dungeon map, or do you have to just guess where things are?
Not even really guess where things are at. The areas are unique enough that you don't necessarily need a map.
Okay.
I'm just imagining Carol with a breastplate. There's too much
God.
room on this.
Oh,
There's
God.
too much room here. I'm just imagining Carol with a breastplate. There's too much room here.
Damn. Oh, and that's Rita's whole ass thing.
Hooray, Mystic Dive.
Yeah, her whatchamacallit burst art.
Her whatchamacallit.
Her whatchamathingy.
Her ability that we're never gonna show off because it's not really worth it.
Chuba thingy.
Ah,
Fish.
damn it. Oh, I gotta fight
Fight the fish.
before
Good.
stun magic. Yeah, ironic.
Stun magic.
I stunned that fucker.
Damn right.
Imagine if it didn't.
I'm just also glad, though, if you did make an enemy spawn by passing by a certain spot while it was dim, they don't respawn if you decide to pass through there again.
I'm just imagining that the air ring is pretty much like the equivalent of a lighter.
Oh, God!
Ah, shit.
And that counted as a fucking bad attack. I didn't do anything
Still
about
counts.
that.
Still counts.
Waterproof.
Waterproof cloth. I think
Why-
that's a weapon for Rita, right?
I think so, honestly. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Here's the question: is it a good weapon?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Fuck.
I never bother giving. I don't know. Rita's kind of like Rain, where her physical attack doesn't really matter.
Oh shit!
I don't know. It mattered for me.
By the way, if you didn't get any red lenses before,
Jesus
That's
Christ!
That's another 3 back attacks.
by the way, like I think I got some red lenses from that. If you somehow didn't get any from fighting like the Leviathan's Claw, or no, not the like that one assassin's, like those assassin members that you
the Red
fought
Eyes?
before. Yeah, the Red Eyes. If you didn't get any from when you fought them, well, they just gave you some right there, and now you could probably craft the Moon Selector if you were aware of it.
Fuck,
Like
man.
me, who didn't
Fuck,
get a
man. I
red.
thought you said Deadites for a second. I'm like, this is not Evil Dead.
Deadass.
No, and
Dead
it's
ass.
just reminding me of the like very minor annoyances that I dealt with, such as not getting red lenses, so I couldn't make the Moon Selector until like 2 dungeons later.
To be fair, the red lenses, that is really just chalking it up to RNG. They drop commonly enough, but if RNG just decided to say "fuck you," you can
Or if
go
you're
like the
actually-
first third of the
or-
game without getting any.
I mean, the second time
Yeah.
you run into them, you have repeat in your party, so you should be able to steal from them.
Yeah, but just like
If that's assuming that repeat even has favor at that point, which he may not. Ooh, healing save point. That means something cool is gonna happen.
A tavern in the eastern part of
Get out of my house.
Barbos is a high-
it's also a good spot for grinding if you feel like you're under leveled. I mean, free healing save point, just slap some enemies around.
Looks
Yeah.
like there's a second floor. Let's see
Now that
what's up there.
now that you mentioned that, I think Abyss is the first Tales game to introduce healing save points,
I honestly can't remember.
because I know they're not in Symphonia.
I always thought there was at least one or two, but and then again, if they did, then they were completely indistinguishable.
No, you had Rain has a EX skill that lets her use any spell.
Oh yeah, for one
TP
TP
when
add
she's in
save
it.
point.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna stand here or what?
This is
All
that's
right.
how wars begin.
all right. All right. This war's gonna determine who's better, Nintendo or Sega.
I guess you could say it's Nintendo Wars.
Ah, damn.
and then there's Sony on top of the cliff watching over.
No. Even better, the Wily Wars.
Yeah.
Advance Wars.
Fast fuck, man.
Damn right.
I call
Andy, you
Sonya.
fucked us over again.
Right. Damn it, Barbos! I said not to throw so many infantry units. I can't fly there.
It's fine.
They have
all
so
the
many mechs. We're
It's
fucked.
fine. No, it's fine. I checked. The only thing they have is anti-air units. We'll be fine.
We have nothing but air units. I don't see how that's a problem.
I'm not seeing how that's my problem.
Not my money.
Yeah, not my
I heard-
money.
I heard you saved the world. I heard you saved the world from a group of rampaging something or other. Oh, the killbots? Yeah, that was simple. They,
How
there was
funny you say that,
anything.
Rico.
The only thing you had to do was outsmart them. Wow. Goddamn. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, boy.
That is gonna pay off in like 3 parts.
Yeah, boy.
The killbots? It was a simple matter of outsmarting them. Wow, I never
would have
would have thought of that.
Causing all of the recent chaos.
I'm gonna have
Killbots
to
have
punch
a-
you. I'm gonna have to punch you really, really hard.
What's your reasoning there?
Killbots have a preset kill limit. Knowing that, I simply sent wave after wave of my own men at them until they reached their limit and shut down.
Villain, Yuri.
That's how I won this medal. Kif, show them the medal.
You're a real troublemaker, you know.
The ironic thing, since it's actually topical, that actually worked for Emil for a good part and a half until he ran out of money.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't keep
It's just
building more
funny though
units.
because Emil got that idea from Tim, who was just throwing out wave after wave of freaking enemies for John to focus on. And then Jimmy was like,
thing is,
"Damn,
it
I
was
should have thought of
actually-
that."
The funny thing is, it was actually working better for Emil because he had stronger units at the time. The downside to it was they were stronger units, so he ran out of money, so he couldn't keep using them.
But to be fair, that is a common strategy with Advance Wars, at least for beginners, where it's just
He did this to destroy
never go a day without making at least a couple of units.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that it's two against the one person that knows what the fuck he's doing.
I mean, it started as a one-on-one-on-one, and then at some point it's like, okay, John's too good. We have to team up.
The Empire.
And he's going to use the Blood Alliance to seize Altosk and rule over the Union.
Oh my.
Of course.
So are we gonna fight, or are we just gonna stand there?
It's just as
No.
Flynn said.
So what if you know now?
I'm going over here.
You do, you won't be able to stop the
Like, run, Estelle. You're the one he's after. Technically, he's after all of us. Run!
You know, now that I'm remembering, I think this particular cutscene, that first half that we just saw right now, was not
Damn it,
voiced.
It's too late.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then we get
Yeah.
to this part where
I found
Flynn
this
shows
horse
up.
in the I found this horse in the forest. It lost its horn for some reason.
Here comes Flynn warning the people of the upcoming British. I mean, wait.
I stole Heihachi's smash invite.
We have to settle this in Smash.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Kazuya has it?
Damn.
It's like, Kazuya, nobody knows Tekken. It's the third most popular franchise in the city. It's her third most popular franchise. Yeah, third. Nobody knows about it.
Third my ass.
That's the joke.
I'm gonna take this sword and shove it up your ass, Dawn.
Damn right.
Or Barbo, sorry.
Nice shot, Carol.
And then for some reason, the next half of the freaking cutscene has voices. Original voices.
I got a bazooka!
That must have been one slow ass fucking rocket for them to
Damn
just
it.
sidestep it.
Damn it!
Time for the air.
Oh, it's Nemesis Rocket from the RE3 remake, okay.
It's the most overpowered rocket ever. You only get one. Why? Because each one costs like 500,000 gold.
Charged up too quickly.
It
Hey,
charged
what's up?
up off screen. No, I ate the rocket! I
Please throw in
ate
Please throw in a surprise motherfucker reference right there.
it. Later.
It's too
Read
perfect.
it not now.
Our enemy's over there.
The timing for it's too fucking perfect. I'm sorry.
Leave it alone for now.
Shut.
I said,
Just
I
read
said
it,
leave
please. Holy shit. Also,
That
Chain-
fucking
Chainsaw
chainsaw sword.
Fuck
magical
yeah.
chainsaw sword that summons tornadoes and lets you fucking fly.
Why can't we have that?
God damn.
What the
That is
fuck?
that is some
Eat shit, eat shit, physics.
that is an Atlas motherfucking weapon if I have ever seen one.
Jesus.
Shoke, Manado ain't got shit on me.
If you're going after him, let me come.
Get fucked, lollipop chainsaw. Nobody remembers you.
Damn.
Enemy.
I've got to catch that.
Honestly, I never played that game, but I did hear good things about it.
Yeah, it's a zombie beat 'em up.
Yeah, and its main, I guess, quote-unquote draw is that the main character is just a freaking some girl in a
She's basically
cheerleader
Harley
outfit.
Quinn, from what I remember.
Christ, you can tell this. You can tell it's a 2003 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Because our dragon rider's not even attached to the dragon.
Let Flynn know I'm stepping out.
At least nothing's clipping through it yet.
It was actually.
Eh. That's just par for the
See-
course for any 3D.
I like how there was a bait and switch because that save point made you think, oh, it's a boss up ahead. Nope, just one giant glorified cutscene.
Well,
Kind of.
sort of. We'll get to that in the next part.
Sure, we will.
You guys are gonna shit on me so hard for what happens.
I can't wait.